I've already taken the still photos of the car. I actually had to move it to an area where there was no trees above because as of right now, you can see that where the dample shade kind of throws things off. So I just want to make sure I had a clear view of the paint, and then that way it came across the same on the pictures. So just getting back to my little area here, we're going to go ahead and dial in. This is the way the vehicle presents itself, minus the dample shade. Right. And let's go ahead and just move right on in. Let's start addressing everything. Okay, so just coming in closer, about 2 feet away. All right, so when I run my hand across the paint, it's smooth to the touch, right? And not too bad. Just see a little bit of orange peel here. I can just see, and some little dimpling there. So it's a decent paint job, but it's definitely not like a concourse level, right? And again, you can see just some minor fisheye there. I don't even know if it's even going to come across on the pictures or the video here. Not sure what's going on there. Just another flaw. Okay, so checking the headlights, good. Chrome is decent. Okay, fog lights good. Grill nice and intact. Okay, good. All right, headlight bezel is nice. Good. All right, so let's get start getting some readings here. This paint meter here reads in the thousandths of an inch, and our first reading is 10.5 thousandths of an inch. That's the paint thickness to the metal. If we get a specific reading of 19.7, that's an indication of body filler use. 20, 17.5. Okay, so that's our first reading of the 19.7. So what that's telling me that there is some body filler use there. So when I get that reading, I just slow down for a second. I'm just checking for quality workmanship. I want to make sure there's no cracks or separation there. Here you can see like this is a little bit of fisheye there. I don't know if it's coming out or not. Okay, and then again, just a little bit of fisheye here too. So definitely some little prep work issues there. Okay, hood is nicely aligned, not too bad. All right, left fender, 10.5, 13, 2.5, 6, 12.5. Let's get that reading again. 2.5. Okay, so paint's a little thin here. So if this is something you decide to move forward with, just keep in mind that if you ever have the car detailed in color sand, they've got to take it easy on these areas where the paint's a little thin. It's another advantage of having this vehicle paint metered right now. That way it gives you a nice overall condition of the paint. Before I move on to the door, let's take a look at the windshield. Don't see any obvious chips, cracks, or signs of delamination. I'll be checking the operation of the windshield wiper still. Okay, there, and I'll be pouring water in here as well to make sure that the drainage works. All right, decent. Bright work looks decent. Glass on this side, not too bad. I don't think we'll see the dash all that well. There's just too much going on in the background here. Just looking at the top, I like to tap on this here, make sure I don't hear any crunching noises. Right, indication of rust. I don't even think I get a paint meter reading. Oh, I can. 18. Oh, nice. Okay. 21. Okay. Well, this is the first. Nice. It's a bonus. Okay. And it's possible a little bit of body filler right there. But, yeah, definitely don't hear any crunching noises, which is good. Okay. Left door. 4. 3. 3.5, 4.5, 3.5. Here, the chrome is going to need some attention if you want to take it to the next level. Okay. And outside mirror looks decent. The wing windows look good. Don't see any scratches. Those might be just slight scratches, but I'll check it when I go on the opposite side there. Pretty good shape there. I forgot to get the wheel well area. Get in the habit of just getting a shot of this. What I like to do is just get as many angles as possible, right? I still have to review this, so I look at the pictures, I review the video, and then obviously I'm physically here. Okay, while I'm down here, I like to just do a side panel view. What we're checking for is waviness, dings, or dents. Okay, moving on to the left quarter panel. 5.5, 4.5, 21.5, 11.5, 19.5. So we're getting some great readings. I like what we're seeing so far. Okay, and then the wheel well area. I've already taken pictures of the tire side walls, capturing the DOT, so I'll see if I can decode that for you, and the tire sizes. Okay, let's do an about face. And to start from the bottom here, kind of just work with the angle there and work our way up. Ultimately, a view of the top side of the roof and of the back window. Here, just some minor little, looks like some scratches there. Okay, and some more right here in the center. And I think that's coming out. All right, and then on the bright work here, just a dent on the lower trim. The panel gaps, I still analyze those when I'm back at my desk, but so far looking decent. 2.5, 3, oops. And just so you know, it sounds a lot worse on the video as far as when I put the paint meter on the body panels. Okay, so another material going on there. All right, 12, I think I got these readings already. 18, 16. Badge work is just a little loose there, so that's gonna need some cinching down for some attention. I'd hate to see that get caught up on a rag and then actually damage it. And that view here from the backside, chrome. Try to wipe it down. Looks decent, right? But again, you can probably use a little freshening up. But again, it still looks good. And then you can just see some minor pitting there on the taillight lenses. Right. And moving on here, so we can check all that. Okay, let's get the quarter panel. 5.5, 17.5, 17, 2.5, 4.5. Great readings. Another view of the backside here. Again, there's that little dent, same one that I showed you before. Some light scratches there and scratches there. Some little discoloring there on the top vinyl, and I'll get those readings for you as well. Okay, 21, 18, okay, 19.7. We'll just give it a light little tap. Want to make sure we don't hear any crunching. Good. Okay. Looking at the windows, looks decent. Belt line, good. Okay, chrome again, just a little attention. Some little swirl marks there, scratches there, and then the bright work just lightly scuffed as well. Okay, let's get the door. 5, 2, 4, 7. Okay. And here's the opposite side view of the windshield. Just some little dents there on the bright work on the right pillar side. I've already got the public VIN photo, still photo of that. Shot of the dash, and then the hood. This was a little loose here, so I'm not gonna mess with it too much. And let's get some readings here. 16, 6.5, and again, you can see where the paint is blemished right there. I don't pick at it too much because I want to make sure I don't damage anything. I'm just here to observe and document for great readings. And then we got the wheel well area. All right, moving on. I also like to capture the opening and closing the doors. For me, that's like a big issue for me, or it's a minus or a plus, right? So when they open and close solid, that's beautiful. It's a great sign. So here we go. I'm gonna stay quiet. So open the door. I didn't see it drop at all, and then I'll go ahead and close it. So that's beautiful. Nice solid close. We'll do it again. Beautiful, and then I always just kind of check the hinges, make sure there's no play. And then I'm going to go here on the passenger side. We'll just do the same thing. We're checking, looking at the alignment on the swage line. I'm going to stay quiet. Okay, so you can see the difference there now. Swage line way off. The door did drop some. Oops, door did drop some. And then let's close it. So it corrects itself, but you can see how much it drops. And then, but there's no play. So hopefully it's just an adjustment issue. But I don't like to speculate. It's gonna need some attention, whatever that's gonna be. Again, you can see how it just shoots up and then drops down. All right, here we're going to do a startup so we can see how, or you can experience what I'm experiencing here. It's actually been started like 2 or 3 times just for quick moves, but the engine's still cold. But each time that I started it, it fires right up like on the first click, so that's really nice. We are going to have it pointed at the exhaust and the brake lights and, well, the rear lights, because when I run it, we're going to check for smoke because I'm here by myself, so I won't be able to check. So we don't want to see any smoke, right? Whether it be white, gray, black. Did I say blue already? Well, I don't know. All those colors mean something, so we want to see a nice, clean, burning exhaust. Some condensation's okay, but that'll need to clear up at some point. So here we go. So I'm going to rev it a couple times, not too much because the engine's still too cold. But I'm going to step on the brakes, check the lights as well while I'm doing this portion. Here we go. All right, so I am seeing some smoke right now, so we're gonna watch it a little bit. But again, I can see the dripping, so we're gonna count that as condensation right now, and then definitely check it as the engine warms up. I'm actually gonna let it run for a while I continue the inspection because I wanted to get up to temperature. I also want the suspension to get heat soaked as well. That way, when we go on a road test, if some bushings that are loose, hopefully it'll pick up on that, or some metal as well. The lights should have all worked. We should have seen brake lights, reverse lights, turn signals, and the emergency flashers. Just walking here to the engine bay. I mean, as right now, this thing is pretty smooth. I don't hear any misfiring. But just a quick look at the dash area here. We're at 25, 22, and 7/10. Okay. Fuel gauge is just I don't know if that's a quarter mark or, yeah, quarter mark, and then alternator shows that it's working there. And the temperature gauge, we'll keep an eye on that, see if it moves at all. And the oil pressure light is off. All right, moving here to the engine bay area. I've got to double check. Typically there's a stamping right here. You didn't see that, right? But there were just some minor little stamps here. So I try to capture as much as I can. I can never read these things because of the paint. But I captured it anyways. There's another one there. I checked the brake fluid. That looked good. The spring was actually off, so I went ahead and I secured that properly. I didn't get a reading on the power steering, so the fluid's kind of low there. Not hearing any abnormal noises as of right now. Sounds pretty tight. Nothing on the bottom end or on the top end. A shot of the pulleys. Right. I always like to look at these and making sure that I don't see a wobble or something coming loose. Belts look pretty good as well. There were some numbers here on the sidewall of blocks. I'm going to try to get as many numbers as possible, right, to help ID this everything. And then there's a tag right there. I removed the the carburetor, and I got the tag off of the carburetor as well. I think I can still check this. Hoses are nice and firm. I had Mike add some coolant and water to the system. It was pretty low, so what we want to check for here is I see circulation looks good. I don't see any signs of cross-contamination. I do see it flowing. It's a good sign, and we're not seeing any bubbling. That's what I really wanted to check for. And so, without that fluid, I couldn't make that call. So, looking good so far. Make sure I get that on there properly. I've already checked the oil and the transmission fluid. Transmission fluid looks like it was recently serviced. It's as nice as it gets. Here's another view of the pulleys, and I'm not hearing any pulley noise as well. Right, so it looks pretty solid there. Got whatever ID tags I can get off the radiator, and then let's just take a front look here as well. I got some pictures, but I always like to capture as much as we can. Don't see any signs of front impact damage. The springs support the weight of the hood, not an issue. Nice operation. There's some more tags right there. Okay, check the transmission fluid, and also I checked back here. Didn't see a tag. Talking to Mike, there might be one underneath in the starter. I'll see if I can get it, but I'll definitely take a look. But yeah, the last 68, I found the tag back there, so I'll have to double check that. All right, and then shot of the hood. Looks good. Just some patchwork here on the wiring. And again, I'm going to let it run for probably 15-20 minutes here at idle while I check out the rest of the vehicle with the interior. I've already taken shots of the trunk, and saw some surface rust back there, and then looked like there's some little bit of impact damage or some post-factory welds back there. So we can see that the smoke has cleared up now, right? So that's good. And I don't see any more condensation. And but we'll definitely I'll keep an eye on that. So far so good. Again, I can see some just paint imperfections here in the finish work there, prep issues there. So again, not at concourse level, but still driver condition, absolutely. Making my way in here, and then I'll get still photos of the warranty tag as well. And one last look at the gauges here. Let's see if anything's moving for us. And temperature gauge looks like, well, I'll have to check again to see if that's moved or not. But again, I'm gonna let it idle for a while. All right, moving on. This side here really looks solid underneath. Sorry about the heavy breathing. But let's see if I get some. Try to get as much of the transmission as I can. And underside. Working or not, the gauge seems like it's never moved.
I think it moved a little bit. It's
okay.
Probably still cold. Right?
Okay, all right, yeah. I had it idling for like 15-20 minutes. So a mirror just a little flimsy here. Sunriser's checked out nice. Headliner's roll clean looking. And we're gonna start making our way back. But what's nice about this bumpy road is I'm not hearing any abnormal rattles or squeaks. I'm hearing some, but given that it's a vintage vehicle, there is some leeway for that. But it's nothing where it's annoying. I've also checked the operation of the windshield wipers. Those work. The horn, that one works, but it sticks a little bit, so that's getting a little bit of attention. And we're gonna start making our way back here and wrap it up.